Let's deal in the cards. Two brand new decks of cards. And here's our next challenger on Card Sharks. Thelma Henneken. Hello, Thelma. How are you?
Hey.
Good to have you here.
I'm in there. I'm ready to go.
You are?
Oh,
good.
I'm going to win.
Well, before you go, tell us about yourself.
Great. My name is Thelma Henneken. I'm from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. I'm a chemistry high school teacher, and I'm 54 years old. And in our school this year, I was elected Mrs. Valentine.
Well, that's lovely. That is lovely. Good to have you here, Thelma.
Fine.
I have a feeling you get a big kick out of life.
I really do. Every
hope-
day I wake up and I say, thank God I got another day to go.
That's the way to go. Hope you're going to have fun here with us.
Fine. I'm ready.
You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards, Thelma. Laurie, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. We always start with a question for the champion. Laurie, we asked 100 women who support the women's liberation movement, which is more important to you, a career or a close romantic relationship? How many women's libbers said a career is more important to them?
Well, I believe that the women lib are really going for the jobs nowadays, and they want those high positions. So I'm going to say 65.
65 say the career is more important than romance, Thelma.
Jim, that's really a tough one. And I'm not a women's libber. I've got a darling husband.
Well, you can be a woman's libber, too.
No, I like to be handled, you know.
Okay.
I think I'll go a little lower.
You say
I think they'd like to be cuddled a little bit.
little cuddling's good.
Yeah,
huh?
a little bit.
I'll drink to that, Thelma. All right. The actual number of women's libbers who said a career is more important to them than a close romantic relationship is 45. It's low.
I told you I'd
Everybody
go.
wants a little romance. And Thelma, you start off with a 7. Do you want it?
I'd like to change that if I may.
And yes, you can. You won the question. And it becomes a king.
Way! Lower.
Lower than a king. Yes, with a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, she got a 6. Now, a couple of cards to protect. What are you going to do?
I think I'll play a little conservatively and say I'll freeze.
You'll freeze. Moving over the freeze bar. And a question to you, Thelma. We asked 100 men a ridiculous question. If you could make $1,000 for being in a television commercial, but you had to model a girdle for men, would you do it? How many men said they would model a girdle for $1,000?
I don't know. I'd do a couple things for $1,000. I'm going to go with about 40.
40.
Yeah, I think for $1,000 they might try it.
Would your husband try it?
Heck yeah, for $1,000 he'd try it.
Laurie, higher or lower?
I'm going to go, let's see, I'm going to go higher.
You say higher than
Yeah,
that.
that $1,000 is important.
The actual number of men who for $1,000 would model a girdle on television is 70. It's higher, Laurie. Yes. And Laurie, your base card is a king as
Okay,
well. Wow.
perfect. I'll go lower.
Lower than a king.
All
It is a
right.
7.
I'm going to be conservative, too, and I'm going to freeze.
You'll freeze it.
She's putting a little
Laurie needs
pressure
3
on
cards.
me here
Thelma
now.
needs 2. And the question to you, Laurie. We asked 100 driving instructors. Did you pass your driving test the first time you took it? How many driving instructors admitted they had flunked the driving test the first time they took it?
Oh, that's a tough one. I didn't flunk mine. I passed it. I'm going to say that 17 flunked it.
17 driving instructors flunked their own test, Thelma.
Gee whiz, that's kind of a tough one, but I'm going to play the odds and go a little higher.
Say higher than that.
Yeah, I think so, Jim.
I'll find
I
out
gotta
as
go
you
with
do.
what I think here.
The actual number of driving instructors who admitted they flunked the driving test the first time they took it is 20. It's higher. Now, Thelma, you want that 6.
May I change that, Jim?
Yes, you can.
I'll change it.
Anytime you win the question, you can change it to a
Hot
jack.
dog. That's going. Okay, I'm going to say lower.
Lower than a jack. It is 3.
All the way and higher.
If it's higher for the first game of the match, it is. The challenger wins the first game. 1-0 favor Thelma. Miss Valentine leads 1-0. We'll be right back right after this. Now with the same 2 decks of cards and a question to you, Thelma. We asked 100 newlywed women Did you and your husband live together before you were married? How many newlywed women said they and their husband did live together before they were married?
Well, I'm happy to say I didn't, but from experience,
How many?
I don't really think too many do. I'm going to go with about 30.
30. Higher or lower, Lori?
No, I'm going to go higher because
say
nowadays
higher.
they do.
The actual number of newlywed women who said they and their husband lived together before they were married is 49. It's higher, Lori. Wow. Lori, your base card in a game you need to tie is a king.
Great. I'll go lower.
Lower than a king. It is
All
a
right.
5.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes,
All
with a 6.
right. I'm going to go, well, I think I'm going to go, and I'm going to go higher.
You're going to risk it higher than a 6?
All
Yes, with a
right.
jack.
I'm going to go all the way, and I'm going to go lower.
To tie up the match lower than a jack, it is with a 5. 4 straight. Wow. We've got a tie. We'll play the tiebreaker when next we meet on Card Sharks. Bye-bye for now.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.